Today's adventure brings me to Southport, North Carolina. Today's date is July 4th, 2024. My third year in a row coming here and kind of covering the 4th of July festival, showing you what's here, what's going on, what vendors are in place. Should be a good day. Absolutely beautiful weather, by the way. And good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Your friend Hitchhiking Yeti here. Really appreciate y'all guys joining me today. This is going to be awesome. Not a lot of humidity today. Very nice weather. Perfect day to check out some fireworks here in Southport. Normally I come earlier in the day and do my little walk around, but today I thought I would just come in the evening time and just take advantage of it. Got family with me. They want to see some fireworks, so that's exactly what we're going to show them today with some fireworks here right at the Cape Fear River at 9 o'clock. We're going to be there and do it. Normally, some things have changed this year. Normally right here at Franklin Square Park, we would venture out in here and you would see all kind of vendors. It would be like a little flea market back through here. There would be all kind of local people from surrounding counties come here, set up tents, selling t-shirts and hats and all kinds of like pottery and homemade items. But today, to my surprise, there is absolutely nothing here. But I will tell you this, I'm not going to get too worried yet, because I think there's a good chance maybe they move some of these vendors down to the waterfront area, down around the main stage area. Somewhere in that area I think we're going to find some kind of vendors. I think. I like looking at that stuff, so I'm going to cross my fingers and think it's going to be down there. By the way, thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful July 4th, or had one. Time you see this video, it will already be gone. We'll be in the past. But I hope you guys had a wonderful July 4th. I've had a great day so far. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We're going to move our way down Howell Street, go check out the food vendor area, move down there around the main stage, look at some decorations around town, you know, just see what we can get into. You know how we do it. All right, let's begin. Looks like it's gonna be a beautiful evening. Check out some fireworks. All right, so now I've made my way down here to East Nash Street. And if you came down here this year, you got to see the 9/11 Memorial, Traveling Memorial. As you can see, it's actually leaving right now. Tunnel of Towers was this cool exhibit they had this year, and they packed up and they're heading out of town. Luckily, I got to see this exhibit when I was in town a couple days ago. I came over here and checked it out when there was no crowds here, because I was thinking if I come today it would be like super crowded, but it's about 6 o'clock in the evening right now, or close to it, and they've already packed up and left. So I'm really glad I got to come over here the other day and do a little walkthrough. I will definitely put some of that footage in right now where you can see it. It was really cool. They actually had like some of the fire suits that the firemen wore at 9/11 at Ground Zero that day. A lot of little fascinating things. It has some remembrance statues on the inside of it, all kinds of history about 9/11. It was really, really awesome to see. And I hate my family that came over here today. They went over there to look at it and it was already packed up and gone, so they missed out, unfortunately. But I'm kind of shocked they packed up this early in the day. I mean, there's still 2.5 hours of daylight left and they already left. But everybody signs contracts, I guess, and they had to move on to their next destination. I totally get that. But it was really, really cool to walk through and see all that history and stuff. And I can tell you this much. I remember what I was doing when the 9/11 attacks happened on the World Trade Centers. I remember exactly everything that morning that was going on in my life. It's almost like life stood still the rest of that day. And something else is weird. If you guys was around and y'all remember that, did you ever go outside that day and look up later on that evening? I have a very vivid memory, like walking outside, looking up in the sky. And I lived at that time just north of Charlotte, North Carolina, and there was no planes. They had like a no-fly thing going on. There was no planes, no evidence of a plane going across the sky. It was the most eerie day. It was so clear here in North Carolina that day, and it was just nothing. No clouds, no little streams where planes have been flying. Very eerie day. Remembering that, I don't know, it really sticks in my brain. I can remember that those little nuggets about that day so very well. So all that being said, really cool. I'm glad I got some footage of it. They have some photos of the 9/11. This is prior to 9/11, what the shots look like of the World Trade Centers. They have the day of. This is actually flight 175 striking the tower. This is the aftermath after the collapse, what it looks like. And then right here is what it looks like after all the debris had been cleared. And then this is wild right here. They have a piece of the lightweight aluminum that was on the siding of the north and south towers. And this is a piece of it right here. And that was found on West Street after the collapse. But this piece of aluminum right here is what gave the towers that slight little glow at sunrise and sunset. So they actually was able to recover a piece of it. Right here, it looks like they got some of the stuff left over from some of the heroic firefighters that actually was there. This face mask, and this stuff. This air tank. Red Hook Raiders. Look at that.
God bless you, brother. Appreciate all you guys.
Concrete was recovered from ground zero. The piece is from Foundation of Towers. And right here is a shirt that was worn by Dennis O. Bird, ladder 114 on September 11th. All the photos they have here, some of the firemen on scene. There's a little memorial afterwards from the fallen heroes. These two pieces of steel right here were actually from the towers, and they actually sculpted this into a little bit of art. As you see, it says WTC 9/11 on it. It says never forget. Both of them has the same message, never forget, but they placed them in the way the towers actually stood from one another, the North Tower and the South Tower. So this is actually steel that was in the base of the towers that they was able to recover. And I'm sure you have seen this picture over the years. Probably one of the more famous pictures ever taken was these brave firemen hoisting up the flag amongst the rubble. And this wall right here is the first responders who made the ultimate sacrifice at the World Trade Center on 9/11. Look at all these pictures. Look at that. Here we have police. Here's all the firemen up here at the top. Wow. This is really cool right here. We have in dedication and memory of all the firemen, FDNY officers and members at E254 and TL153 who lost their lives on September 11, 2001. Their heroism and contributions you have shared have gone far beyond your lines of duty, and you will never be forgotten. God bless you and your families. And this here is what it looks like. So now let's push on down the way here a little bit and go check out some of these food vendors and look at some decorations and things like that. So yeah, let's roll. So I cannot come to Southport at 4th of July and not stop here at the Bullfrog Corner old-fashioned candy and gift store just for a second, because they always put some really cool little decorations, and I love the little frog, and they decorate him up with a little bit of red, white, and blue magic all over him. Looking really cool. Got some reefs up there, and yeah, they are definitely ready, because even their little white picket fence has a small U.S. flag on it. So not exactly the correct number of stripes there, but I see what they're doing. That's really, really cool, really awesome. Something else is really cool this year. I've noticed they got these trolleys that will take people there. There must be a parking lot somewhere, and these trolleys right here behind us will actually bring you down here and drop you off to kind of help with the congestion and traffic later on tonight after the fireworks are over. So that's a really cool thing that they added this year that I didn't really notice last year. I don't remember seeing that, but hopefully years to come that's going to be a mainstay. So here I am, we're looking down Howell Street right here, and you can see there's quite a congregation of people and a lot of food vendors and stuff like that. But before we head down that way, I always like to go check out the Christmas house, which is just right over here. See if they got anything going on, any red, white, and blue. And here we are. I've made my way across the street now, and this is the Christmas house. Candy canes decorated on the shutters. They got 68 flavors of saltwater taffy here, it says. And they have a little red, white, and blue decoration. Even though it is the Christmas house, they're still, you know, they're still Americans. They got it decorated up a little bit. We got some more like banners on the awning out here. Gazebo, I guess is a better name for that. But this is the Christmas house here in Southport. This is such a cool place to go visit, even though it is closed at this moment. Or I would take you inside and show you around, but I know in past videos I have definitely took you inside and showed you some of the candy and all the Christmas decorations. But something I've never really noticed is what year this place was built. Right here, this here is called the George House, circa 1885. That is one cool thing about here in Southport. A lot of the older homes here in this district or town, yeah, they have these little placards on them, and it'll tell you how old they were, you know, like, you know, what year they was built. And I think that's really cool. All right, now that we have the Christmas house shenanigans out of the way, now we can move on down through here and check out some of the vendors here on Howell Street. See what kind of food they have. Oh, I see one thing they have. They have Wild Bill's old-fashioned soda. That's root beer, all you can drink for a certain price. If you like root beer, you need to try it. It is really, really good. All right, and right here we have Wild Bill's old-fashioned soda pop company, and all their drinks here are made with pure sugar cane. And in the past, for years and years and years, they have always had a really awesome like plethora of like root beer. That's what they kind of specialize in. But this year it's different. They have Pepsi products, and the reason they have Pepsi products, because I just talked to the nice people that was running the booth here. They said that for some reason they got an email from the festival saying you cannot sell your root beer, so they had to change everything over to Pepsi products. They're still selling the mugs where you can drink all day long. If you purchase a mug, you fill up all day, so that is pretty cool. So they have different variations of mugs with different prices. One's like $15, $20, and like $25 or something along those lines with the prices. I can't remember exactly what it is, but something like that. And then you can get the Wild Bill's Law Breaking Lemonade. You can get Pepsi or Diet Pepsi, and they got them labeled right over here. You can get all you want throughout the day. So that's really cool, but I'm kind of bummed, man, because I really enjoyed their root beer. Was amazing because they had some really crazy flavors, and that's what made it so fun. I don't drink a lot of root beer, but they had some of the best root beer I've ever tasted in my life. So that's kind of a bummer. So we're not gonna let that bum us out too much. Hopefully next year they come back and they can bring their delicious root beer. I'm hoping, that's what they're hoping too. They talked to me a little bit, so we'll come back next year and see if the root beer is back. If we do, we're gonna buy some of it, for sure. All right, let's move on. All right, and right here across from the Wild Bill soda, we have That's a Wrap. They got wraps and quesadillas here. Here's some of their menu that they have. They got all kinds of stuff on here. Things looks good. Oh man, I might like that right there. That beef or chicken teriyaki. That looks really good. Right there is their quesadilla. And it is fresh made to order. So that's always good. Right over here we got some jumbo boiled peanuts, some barbecue sandwiches. They got ribs, hot dogs, some sausages up there. Got a lot of good options here also. Right there, some of the prices is the hot dogs are $5, the sausage dogs are $10, and $15 brisket. Boiled peanuts look to be about $8. And right here we have chicken teriyaki on a stick, vegetable fried rice, vegetable fried noodle egg rolls. Got a lot of good options up here too.
Can I do the number?
Man, look at those. Golly, that looks so tasty in there. And right there is the fried rice. Right there is their noodles. And right there is the egg rolls. So I don't remember seeing these guys last year. The lemonade stand, the pizza. They got some gelato. And then right over here, it would not be a festival without a funnel cake. And they have fried Oreos, candy bars, fried pickles, lemonade, of course, and of course, funnel cakes. Can't go wrong with that. This stand here is here every single year. They got sweet iced tea, they got funnel cakes, lemonades, loaded fries, corn dogs. They got gyros or gyros, whatever you want to call them. Philly cheesesteaks, sausages, foot-long hot dogs. And look at that right there. Look at those chips. Dang. That looks pretty tasty. I think they'd miss it if I just took off with that right now and grabbed it. Of course they would. So right down here at the end of Howell Street, they got this last tent on the right hand side, and they got smoked turkey legs here. And look at this gentleman right here cooking away. And I mean, it smells amazing. That stuff smells good right there, man. Oh, good stuff. All right, so down here at the end of Howell Street, we have the Southport Lions Club, and they're selling 10,000 tickets for an opportunity to win this boat. I'd like to have a boat like this. Check this thing out. It's a boat raffle. Southport Lions Club boat raffle. It says second prize, Freedom Boat Club membership. I don't think I want the second prize. I just want the boat itself with this Suzuki 4-stroke motor on the back to get me out there to take me where I need to go when I want to go do some fishing. All right, now I've made my way down here to Waterfront Park area. This is a place where people have already started congregating, really claiming their spots for the fireworks in a few hours. Everybody has got their seats saved, and it is just pandemonium. Just people just jammed in here around this main stage area where they've been having some live music throughout the evening. And then when the fireworks happen, obviously the music's going to stop and the fireworks will be the show, and then the band will come back and play another set. And I think they're going to play at about 10 o'clock tonight. So the fireworks start at 9, should be over by 9:15, and then the band will actually play some more up until about 10 o'clock. Hopefully not everybody tries to leave at the same time. Hopefully there's some people who are really into the music and hang around a little bit. That's what I'm hoping for. Don't know if that's going to work, but it might be a late night time I get home, all the way over Carolina Beach, because I got to drive around up to Wilmington and then come down Carolina Beach Road back down into town to get to my house. So yeah, it might be a late night, but it's all worth it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you only do this once a year, so you might as well just send it. And that's what I'm doing today. We're going to send it, have some fun, watch fireworks. But now that I'm back over here in this area, I found the vendors. So the vendors have moved from Franklin Square Park, and they're over here in this waterfront area, and this is kind of what I thought might happen. So let's get walking through here and check out what kind of things they have. And tents, they got a lot of tents set up, so let's see what they got for sale inside of those tents. Right here we have a tent. It's called Frog on a Pond Art and Jewelry. Check out some of their necklaces they have here. Pretty cool looking, pretty awesome. And here's some really nice art tent, also Port City Arts. That blue crab they got right there, that looks pretty awesome. Pretty cool. This surfer right here, that's pretty stoked. I'm stoked seeing that one. Looks like there's quite a few of them here in the evening time. They're already starting to pack up. I'm a little late. That's just too bad though. That's how it goes sometime. And right here we have quality meats and vegetables since 1916. All that good stuff, all organic style foods, it looks like. Platinum beef. Oh man, I would love to have that steak right there. But I'm a big fan of chicken too. And here lately, I don't know, wild caught from Atlantic and Pacific waters, they have some seafood right there. It looks like some salmon or something. Oh, this is a tent that's got my name written on it. Well, not really, but this is Happy Valley Bee Farm. It says fresh local honey and honey products. So right there is their information. Let's kind of peek around the corner here and look at some of the honeys they have available. Right here's some, get $5 of honey there. Got some good looking stuff. Hey, how you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Where's your hot honey at?
Right here.
Right here. Right here we got some hot honey. Check that out. I love hot honey, big fan of it. So here is you some beach decor if you're interested. And these custom made chairs like surfboard tables. you know, they're a little bit out of my range maybe. But there's a surfboard table set. Got a bottle opener on it. But I see this is this kind of stuff at these festivals a lot, and at the Carolina Beach Farmers Market. This one here has been sold, and the one down there on the very end, the white one, it's been sold also. So they've done some good business today for sure. These tables rock. I love the surfboard tables. I just can't afford one. Wow, that's pretty cool. They have a lot of dresses down here, like sundresses and things like that. Real beachy stuff available. Look at that. That is Jamaica. Jamaica mine. Look at those colors. All right, this is a pretty cool tent right here. Forget-me-not designs. My wife likes hot coffee. And this sign says, I like my coffee hot just like my husband. And this one here is pretty cool too. Don't mess with Mama Saurus, you will get your ass kicked. That's pretty funny right there. I like that one too. And oh, here you go. Get naked, just kidding. This is a half bath, don't make it weird. So this is a thing. Freeze-dried candy is like a popular thing now. There is a ton of people ganged around this tent for the freeze-dried candy. I know people, I actually tried some freeze-dried candy. I tried the freeze-dried Skittles. They were just okay, but my wife loves them. There's some people that loves the freeze-dried candy thing, but I'm not really a big fan of it. I'm curious, put in the comment section down below, are you team freeze-dried or do you just like regular candy? All right, my friends, we have been walking down East Bay Street looking at all these vendor tents and things like that. Now I've made it over here to South Atlantic Avenue. And this is where we're going to stop with all the tents. I just wanted to kind of show you where the vendors were. Maybe next year, if they're not over there at Franklin Square Park, might want to check here on East Bay Street. Good chance you might find them. But now we're going to kind of cruise around town a little bit. Southport is such a beautiful town, very photogenic with all the live oaks and the cool mossy trees. We're going to look at some of the home decorations real quick as we walk back to where I parked. I'm going to fetch my chair, and then I'm going to make my way over here to where my family is staked out and get ready for the fireworks. So, and maybe we might get something to drink, something to snack on. I don't know. Been doing a lot of walking today, even though I ate good today. I ate at the Cheese Smith in Wilmington, and it was fantastic. But yeah, let's go look at some decorations real quick, and we'll wrap this thing up with some fireworks. So this is pretty cool as we start our walk around town. I wanted to kind of start it right here at the Walker Pike House. And this is Southport's oldest home, circa 1800. And this is what I'm talking about. Around town, you'll see these plaques on some of these older vintage home places. And they give you an idea just how old some of them really are. And that's just cool. When you think about 1800, you think about like what this thing has seen throughout the years as it looks out there at that beautiful view. Man, it's seen a lot of history happen. This is probably one of the coolest brick walls. It's the little things, right? It's the little things. Look how they kind of stick out right here. Like this here is the first level, and then you go down to this level and the bricks are kind of very decorative looking. I don't think I've ever seen bricks actually laid like this. It's almost like the tail of a dinosaur. You know, it's very jagged, but looks really, really cool. I'd be careful riding a skateboard or something down there, Hero, man. You catch a leg on that. That might be a little painful. But nonetheless, I wanted to point it out because, heck, man, I don't think I've ever seen any bricks on a wall like that before. Any masons out there that might ever tried this or designed this? Let me know. I got so excited looking at these bricks, I didn't even show you the house itself, but very nicely done. We have some red, white, and blue on this home. And then right next door to it, this is 231. And they have some lights out here kind of decorated up. Got some more red, white, and blue. Everybody's got their American flags posted. They have an awesome spot right here. They're just sitting out here on the porch hanging out. And then look at the view they're gonna have tonight. Man, I don't know how well they're gonna see the fireworks right here, but this view is beautiful. Could you imagine just living here? What this would be like, wake up every day and this here be your view every day. You can see Bald Head Island off in the distance. Absolutely beautiful. I'd just sit out here in the evening and drink some drinks and watch the ships go by as they go up to the port town of Wilmington. You know, that's what I would do. I'm laid back like that. Really, really beautiful area. And these people here's got a nice, comfortable spot. But I just don't know if you're going to be able to see the fireworks very well from up here in this area because of these trees. Probably going to block it. That's why we're setting down more toward Howell Street, I believe. Man, the live music is rocking. The band's back on stage as I made my way over here to Fort Johnston. And that is pretty cool. I had to make a little pit stop because I ran into a very dear friend of mine, a subscriber of the channel. And Teresa, thank you so much for hanging out with me, my dear. You are such a sweet person and a very nice and gentle soul. It's so cool to meet you. I love meeting subscribers, people who watch the channel. Definitely always come up and say hello. Don't be shy, because I love me. I'm just another guy. I just happen to have a camera and make videos. So really cool to meet you and sharing all your adventures with me. I really enjoyed talking to you. You are awesome. Keep up the good work in your travels. Really, really cool. Now, back on point. All right, my friends, this right here is Sea Lamb Creations. Right here is their information. If you'd like to get a hold of them and order you one of these awesome fire pits as you look at these. Thank you so much, my friend. And then right here, check this one out. This is like the Death Star from Star Wars. This is my favorite one. I really like this one. Check that out in there. Look at the artwork and the detail that they put in all their work here. Ain't that cool? I mean, check these things out, man. Right there's a hummingbird. And then this one over here, we have some more bird action going on. Check that out. The detail. Can you imagine how awesome this thing would look when you got like a propane gas, like flame in the bottom of it, making it all illuminated and bright at night? Man, that is awesome. This is just such cool work. They're real metal. And I'm always so fascinated with this stuff. I mean, just check that out. It's like a dragon. All right, I made my way up here to the Southport Coffee Company here on Moore Street. And unfortunately, they're not open right now, but they have some decorations out here. Kind of like this little guy hanging up here, he's like a little windsock. So right here at the Southport Coffee Company, they had this big old blow up right here. Look at him. He wants you, right? It's like Uncle Sam. And they are hard at selling some freshly squeezed lemonade right here at the North Carolina Maritime Museum. They have a lot of red, white, and blue flags. Flags posted all in the grass along their little path out front. Very patriotic looking. Man, check out this golf cart. Even the golf carts are patriotic. Check that out. Ain't that cool? They got some red, white, and blue on this golf cart. It says America, our home, sweet home, from the sea to shining sea, freedom. Man, that's really cool, man. Look at these little guys up here. That's pretty awesome. I love USA. Me too, my friend. All right, I made my way. I got my chair. And things are getting really serious now because of the raffle. The numbers are being called, I guess, because everybody is like ganged around to see. Oh, this gentleman right here won the boat. Look. That was pretty cool. I was like standing right next to him. I'm like, hey, they're about to read out who won this boat. And the guy's like right in front of me. Man, maybe I should have bought a ticket. So my wife and my niece and nephew, they're around here somewhere. I do not know where they are. We're just on a walk.
Get in line, I reckon.
And hopefully somebody will say my name. My wife will be the one on TikTok. See? She's on TikTok. Guarantee you she's on TikTok. You TikToking?
No, I was texting you.
Oh, okay. All right, I found you. I'm here. Check out this rogue Jeep out here on Water Street driving around. Or East Bay Street, I'm sorry. I like RC cars. Yeah, that's cool. Check him out. Yeah, man. Hey, man, how you doing? I see you wiggling. That's pretty cool. Time is ticking down. It's getting a little darker. The sun's starting to go down. Check out this big boat cruising by. Ain't that cool? This is why I like Southport. You just never know what's going to sail by. Absolutely beautiful. 30 minutes to go to firework time. I'm ready to see them go kabooey. All right, my friends, we have the fireworks shooting up in the air. Everything was awesome. I really enjoyed these fireworks today since they had so much top 40 music, you know, being blasted on the PA system as the fireworks were shooting. I decided I'd just do my outro right here and tell you a little bit about what I thought about the 4th of July festival here in 2024. As always, I've really had a great time. I think it's a great festival, a lot of cool stuff. I love how patriotic everyone dresses, and they had a lot of cool things this year. The 9/11 memorial was really cool, and that was something new for me. I really had a great time. I thought a lot of the town was decorated up very nice. I got to meet a lot of neat people, really cool, nice people come up and say hello. I really appreciate all you guys that watch the channel and to say hi this evening. I really do appreciate that as always. But if there is one thing I always want to warn people when they go to the 4th of July festival is the food vendors. Not all the food vendors, but there's some of them that sells, or there's actually one that sells like multiple items. They do sausages, they do like Philly cheesesteaks. They just sell a lot of different things, and they're probably the biggest booth there. Be a little bit careful around them, because I think they are probably one of the most overly priced booths I have ever seen. I mean, their prices are crazy, and I really don't like it because they don't really post their prices, and or they're not easily found when you walk up and order. You just get this total, and it's just like, I just watched people and listened to people while I was there today around those booths. Is like they couldn't believe how expensive everything was. And later on in the festival, it was after 8 o'clock, my niece and nephew, actually it was probably about 7:30 when they went, because they was gone about an hour and 15 minutes, almost an hour and a half really, to go get some food and drinks. And they went and stood in line for over an hour. They get up there, and my niece wanted to order a Polish sausage, and my nephew wanted to order some chicken tenders and fries. Well, they got up there, the chicken tenders, they didn't have any. They were out, which it is at the end of the night. So I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, that happens. They said, well, we got fries. He said, I just take the fries then. Then she got up and she ordered the Polish sausage. Guess what? They don't have that neither. Once again, it's at the end of the night. Okay, I get it. That's a problem too. So she's like, well, what do you have? And he said, well, we got the chicken platter. And she's like, well, that's what he wanted, was chicken tenders, you know, looking at her cousin. And they're like, oh, no, it's different. You know, it's like grilled chicken, right? So she said, okay, I'll take that. And I want 2 lemonades. So she ordered all that. They made it. It took them forever. They finally got the food up there. They literally handed her this plate that had like some lettuce and onions on it. And then it had some grilled chicken across the top of it, topped with ranch dressing. That was their version of a chicken platter. You know, nothing fancy. It looked like they made it up. Really, I looked at it and I could not believe that's what she got when they say chicken platter. And when they told me how much that was, the chicken platter that she got, we're talking, the chicken it was on there was chopped up chicken. It was like cut up pieces of chicken and just, you know, marinated on a grill and just grilled it up. It might have been 3 pieces of chicken breast, maybe 2 or 3 pieces of chicken breast chopped up and grilled and put on that bed of lettuce with some ranch dressing and some little bit chopped up onion. That with a little small fry. Just think about, it wasn't a small fry. It was probably like a medium fry at your fast food restaurant, roughly. That's about what it was. And 2 large lemonades. Are you ready for the total? They paid $38. That is unacceptable. I don't care if the economy is crap or whatever. I know food prices are up, but that right there is absolutely insanity to me. There is no way I ever expect anyone to pay those prices, especially you guys. Now, I love going to the 4th of July festival, but, you know, I don't normally eat there. Okay, I stopped doing that like a couple years ago just because of stuff like that. It was just crazy. Matter of fact, last year I ate a hot dog and chips and drink at the local hot dog shop there on House Street. A local, you know, owner run business. I supported them. The vendor, heck no, ain't doing it. We'll never do it again. So just a little fair warning there before you go. Just keep that in mind. That is one thing that it just disgusts me every time I hear it and I see. And the lines today, oh my gosh, the lines were so long for a lot of these food vendors. Don't know what was happening, but a lot of people had really long lines. A lot of the people there was complaining about it. Now, this is later on in the day. This was after 6 o'clock when I heard when the lines really got crazy. When I first got to the festival, it wasn't that bad. But as the night, you know, was coming closer and people started getting hungry again, moving into, like, you know, the final stages before the fireworks show, it seemed like the line just got insane long. So that's just a little negative, and the only reason I'm putting that out there is because I want you guys to be aware before you go and not be like shell shocked when you get there. I would not hesitate to pack my own lunch and have like a picnic lunch or something if you're going to make an evening out of it, or support one of the local businesses there in downtown Southport. They got really good food. There's plenty of options to choose from. So I would definitely do something more along those lines instead of going to some of those food vendors. Now, I'm not saying all the food vendors are bad, because I actually showed some in this video, some of the prices and stuff, that not everybody was that bad. But there's a handful of them that are really popular because they got a lot of different items that I think they really take advantage of people, like big time. And that really ticks me off. I do not like that at all. But all in all, it was a great evening. The weather could not have been better, and the fireworks show at the end was spectacular. So that's pretty much all I got to say. Oh, and the 9/11 memorial, that right there was so cool. I hope like next year they do something like that again, man. That was just so awesome to see some of that exhibit and show some of the stuff on the inside. You know, that really tugs at my heartstrings when I seen that. It really did. So all in all, it was a great night. I still think it's worth going. I love going to that festival. I really do. You know, there's just a little dark cloud over the vendors that really rubbed me wrong. The food vendors that I was referring to rubs me wrong. Everyone else has been great. I have nothing but good things to say about a lot of the other vendors, especially like the drink one, you know, that normally has the really awesome root beer. But they was forced to serve Pepsi products this year. But hopefully next year when they come back, they said hopefully they can rectify that whole issue, whatever it was, and bring their root beer back, because it is a crowd favorite, to say the least. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. And if you enjoyed today's content, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. That's all I ask for you, is just to give me a good old thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. And then if you came to this event and had a good time, I'd like to hear something from you in the comment section down below. And or if you plan on coming next year, definitely put in the comment section down below any questions you may have. I will try to answer them for you. All in all, this was a great day. I really appreciate it. I'm the Hitchhiking Yeti, friends, and I will see you in my next adventure. Man, these fireworks are cool. I will see you next time. Y'all stay safe out there. Good night.